they both have the value though, don't they? I mean, I think for us as individuals, I think the power of the storytelling is always more, and it just holds people. But we need that academic stuff. We need that research, particularly to back up when it comes to funders or to drive policy change or anything like that. Because I think, unfortunately, that's the downside of the upside of lived experience is that we're able to support far more effectively and far more, just compassionately, quick, and everything about it that comes with it. But the downside of it is that we're also an ex-bunch of addicts and alcoholics, and it's really easy to discount what we say and what we think and what we sort of stand for, what we advocate. It's really easy to kind of knock that into a sort of...
No, absolutely. And I think that's where it's an important role for academics who not just do the research, but are actually promoting your voice. I mean, to me, that is the most important thing that I could have done, and the most important thing I've done in my 40 plus years in science. So the other point that you refer to is this challenge of working out how you get someone who was deep in their addiction to then become one of these recovery carriers. And that to me is one of the most intriguing questions of the whole thing. And I guess that's why I'm interviewing you guys, to get insights into that sort of thing. But the street smarts is a huge thing. And also the fact that you have overcome adversity. And people have in society today have all sorts of adversities that are not addictions, but they still have adversity and they don't know how to overcome it. Whereas you've overcome not just the adversity of an addiction, but the adversity of what led to the addiction. So if you were traumatized as a kid, et cetera, they are powerful, very powerful things. And I don't know how you put numbers to that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think from the recovery end, one of the things that we actively do at Penryn or NWRC is we target these guys when they're coming through, when we have them for the initial assessments in the first couple of weeks. I've always got my eyes on the newbies that come through because I'm always trying to look to highlight a carrier. Because that way, then, and not that we don't put the same amount of work into everybody else, but also that we know that these people have disproportionate effects. So, and also, I mean, again, I have to be honest and say that one of the things that I like to do is I like to employ them and take them back on, because I think it's crucial for us that our model's cyclical. I mean, like I say, everybody knows at our place, I've gone through addiction, lived experience, etc., but it's like 20 odd years ago, so it's not really relevant. Them and that makes it easy as an addict for them to discount it and just say, well, it's just it's 20 years ago, what do you know about it? So that's one of the reasons why we kind of operate this cyclical model. So our guys have been through there, have only 2 or 3 years clean under the belt, have maybe slept in the same bedroom, in the same group, same courses, etc. But again, like I say, we actively target these guys when we come in. Just know we get more value for money out of them, and they've got a bigger impact on them. And if you can, especially if you can build a staff team with I think there's 6 of us all together that do the actual sort of housing management stuff and the Penryn side of things. And all 6 are pretty much carriers. Our team's just like massively, massively powerful in terms of, I think this is one of the things that drives the high rates of success at our place, because there's nobody that's just like there just to pick up the money or whatever. Everyone's got that passion, that drive, that commitment, and that a lot of them are still primary purpose. The primary purpose for them is to carry this message to the still struggling addicts. Do you know what I mean? But the beauty of it is they just get paid for doing it these days.